play with myself or get some real action.
That's how you got to go.
You're a married man now. Would you much rather play with yourself or real nigga? Ain't don't nothing beat the sloppy topic.
Yeah. All right, I got out of that game. Come on.
Welcome to another episode of the Presidential Executive. What's going on, y'all? This your boy JB, the executive, my homemade brethren over here, Rag, and we got MoKicks,
the legendary, world famous, internationally known sneakerhead extraordinaire. You still DJ? I was gonna say DJ extraordinaire, but I know you got the skills to pay
got it
bills.
in him, even if he don't do it. He still got it in him.
Loafing, man.
I be sitting. Look, I ain't gonna lie, like. When,
producer extraordinaire.
I be hearing your voice, bro, when you be doing like, yeah. I mean, like this Marcus, like this.
Right.
I be in the car, be like, this way Marcus, this Iceman.
You don't know nothing about. Y'all finna say this is an Iceman production.
Yeah.
Like that's a
yeah.
Dude, like
yeah. I be like, yeah. See, you got.
Every night I be getting a little itch, but
you got it in you, bro.
Let me go and go to work, man. That's something like that, you know.
Yeah. You got it in you, though.
I just really wish it came harder for you. And I was talking to Trill the other day. I was talking to Nova the other day. And I said both of y'all kind of suffer from the same thing. Because, like, y'all was so good. It came so easy. You didn't really put the effort in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, when you actually put your mind to writing something, I'm like, nigga's a poet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you...
Be like,
yeah, like your production, your tracks. I'm like, do you start DJing? I'm like, so you were even like when you played ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't train in the off season. Like you just had it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think because it came so easy, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you could have really picked your own lane in a bunch of different stuff. And I know when y'all was younger, y'all thought I was just gas. But like even now, like I wasn't amazed by a lot of the niggas we was around because I'm like, I'm seeing what y'all are capable of, and I'm like, you really trying hard to put out that garbage, and I'm sitting here with people who not trying.
Right.
So like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you always fan, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see you've been a sneakerhead for as long as I've known you.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah. Like I said, it's good to have you on, bro. You know, we've talked about him on our pod before. We've on a couple of executive mindsets. I actually tagged you in the junk with the Derrick Rose junk. Yeah. And you know he's the sneakerhead. He actually works with Crown 901. You know what I'm saying? He does all his production and stuff on his page. Go check his page out. MoKicks and Bruce Lee, right, on the YouTube, right?
Yeah, MoKicks and Bruce Lee.
MoKicks. Yeah. Y'all see it at the bottom. We'll put his info down there.
And he's also on Instagram as MoKicks and Bruce Lee as well. So make sure y'all follow him because we actually gave him a shout out when we did our interview with Jay Sanders because you know, man, sneakerhead extraordinary. He actually got me. He really got me into buying Jordans like that and getting them like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to my guy Randy, my sneaker plug, who always take care of me. But like, you know, I don't know if you saw the joints out there. You know, but like,
I was looking.
that's you know what I'm saying. Like but that's what I'm saying. Like you got me into that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like whatever, you know. But. Yeah. So, man, shout out to my guy.
What's funny, though, I be telling Vic all the time, like, when I was rapping, or we was together when we was younger, and it was like I wasn't working, you know, my mom, she wasn't paying that much for attention.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to wait till I started working, but I would see y'all wearing stuff, like coming to hooping, and I was like, dang, I want them, you know. Vic was having stuff, and you would have stuff, so.
No, all I had was, I had every color of the average, the I3 joints.
Yeah.
I had every color of them joints.
And I was the total opposite. I didn't look, bro. I remember, I ain't gonna lie, I went to Craig when it was maybe middle school or something like that. When I got some Jacksonville Jaguars shoes, right? When Jacksonville first got their team, whenever that was.
90.
Whenever it was.
It's between 90.
Whenever that was, that's when I got the shoes.
Early 90s.
I got my mom bought some shoes for me, wherever she got them from, right? Man, I got to school, I got smoked. I got
middle
smoked.
School?
This was probably 8th grade, maybe 9th. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I learned in sparring. Like when you get checked like that, when you get roasted, a few good times, like you learn something being from Memphis, like
I'm trying to
you know what I'm saying? And
so
that was
like,
right.
What is the
and that
worst?
was my time wearing them Jacksonville Jaguars.
So that's
shoes.
your worst pair of shoes you had, and I don't mean I mean when you knew better, because I'm pretty sure. Because I'm not even gonna lie, like if I get another key, I'm telling you now that little nigga gonna have Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man.
Yes.
Now don't get me wrong, I'm gonna but like he's gonna be a kid. Like you're not gonna be sitting up here stressing out over no Jordans in kindergarten. You know, while you sipping your juice box. You contemplating your life because you ain't got the new J's. No, you gonna have your little light up shoes. But
that's where it started. A lot of people, you know, you kept out for this, you do that. Like don't for my priorities are in tech. You know, it's a lot of stuff I sat on because we got these bills and we want to get ahead on these bills. But when people point to like if people get valid over sneakers or the sneaker release, people get the shooting. Like it started with who they was raised by. It's not the people blame it on Nike or Jordan or anybody. It's like it's that person. You know what I'm saying? It's come from, like you say, raising them. Hey, you gonna wear these Ninja Turtles so you can appreciate it.
Right, exactly. Later, so what was when you knew better? Not because when we was kids, we all had some, like I had some British Knights. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people remember them. I had the BKs.
I remember those.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you knew better, what was the worst pair of shoes that you had after you knew better? And I don't mean like that you worked in or nothing like that, but like that you had to wear to school or something. So you said you had the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I couldn't even say nothing. My facial expression had said it all. Like you said middle school. I'm like, no, man, like 5th grade, right? Like elementary. You said 9th grade. I'm like.
No, I think it was 7th, 8th. Whenever the Jacksonville had their squad, it was like maybe 8th grade or something like that. And so, but I wasn't really into sneakers like that. You know what I'm saying? And so when it was a new team was in there, I was like, the Jaguars, like, okay, bet, fine, whatever, get those. Right. Went to school, bro. Like, I almost got the jacket. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Like, it got that bad. You know what I'm saying? And so, but like I said, those times kind of helped me to snap back, have quick responses, defend yourself in checking. Because, you don't want to be that dude to get to fighting with somebody checking you all the time. Because it's like, you're going to be fighting every day. You know what I mean? And growing up, how we did. So
yeah, then don't lose because then they give them something else to check you about.
Right. Yeah. Talking
about you. Yep.
What was your worst pair?
My worst pair, I say, it was real. I was real young. Probably had to be around maybe 4th, 5th grade. But I know I saw some, and I didn't even know any better. Like I saw some at who was it? Was it Family Dollar? This when they started like mocking certain models of Jordans. They look just like it, but it had something different on it. So I was like,
the Jordashes.
Something like that.
They had I remember Jordashes now.
Jordash Jumpman logo with the fat Jumpman. It looked like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Right.
It's like, is that George Gervin? Why is he finger rolling?
I remember
those. I got those, and I'm like, okay, it's at least cool enough. It looked just like it. And they definitely flamed me. And I was like, okay, I can't come with no more, lookalikes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Those are character building moments to me, like when you get checked and roasted like that. You know what I'm saying? To that degree, like you can you're gonna grow up with some insecurities, or you gonna learn to fight back or spark back. You know what I mean? Like, cause that's Craig. I grew up around Raleigh, Egypt folk. Like that's who I went to school with from Coleman. Like all my folks went to Raleigh, Egypt. My folks wanted me to go to Craigmont because my brother got in so much trouble, whatever, up in Raleigh, Egypt. So they was like, you gonna go to Craigmont. But that's all we did was like check and do, you know what I'm saying? Like you would just go back and forth. Like y'all, you the rapper, he the MC. So he'll go around, the lunch table be rapping, but then you also had your checking table. Yep. Where everybody was, you know what I'm saying? Check out this man here. You hungry, and you got that big old piece on you. You got 2 pieces on it, man. Right. So
you fresh, ain't it?
Yeah. So you had that whole thing, but I want to go ahead and get into some of this stuff, man, because you know what happened the last time, the battery ran out, you know what I mean? And so, so that makes it tougher on me with the editing. So we're going to try to go ahead and get this moving here. So I want to get some quick little rundown stuff real quick, like sports stuff, right? Which me and you Cowboy fans, you know what I'm saying? So we can relate. So maybe I just, we need to have a personal conversation because, you might X you out because you ain't a hater. But you
49ers.
He like in the middle. He not a hater.
I hate. I'm not a hater.
Okay.
And so like y'all haters are people that don't really have like you a Cardinals fan. Like what you got beef with the Cowboys for? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't have a rivalry. It's not like a Steelers fan. Y'all got a reason. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like us and y'all NFC Championship all them years. We got a legit like rivalry. You know, Eagles, Giants, Redskins. Like y'all got in the same division. But like, come on, you're a Jaguars. You're a Jaguars fan. What you got beef with the Cowboys for? Like y'all not even.
Right.
Y'all play each other once every 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. So
plus the resume don't chime up. But MoKicks, I want to ask you what you think about this Amari trade to Cleveland, bro. You heard about that?
I have to say, and Big notice as well. Like I'm a Cowboy fan, but I kind of like default. This is what my pops was.
Okay.
But knowing it to the extent of like basketball,
right?
It's not there. So
okay. Look at Morgan, big right there.
He know.
Right.
But
he roots for the Cowboys.
But you got an opinion though. You got an opinion about that.
But he doesn't know numbers or stats or any important information. He can't tell you what their number is.
But you knew he got traded though. You heard he got traded though. Yeah, okay, you heard he got traded. Okay. Oh, let me ask this: do you like it? I just asked that. Do you like the trade?
See, that's the thing.
Come on, MoKicks, yeah, Lee. But let's go get on basketball now, man.
No, so hold on. Look at me. No, I wish we had a camera. We need another. We need a camera this way.
We need a pan
You
around.
see what I'm saying? Right, so we can catch Crown because like this man is on his knees right now. That man is.
Big looking like that. Dude, what this man gonna say? Big looking at the side and look. He was looking down the camera. He was like. He was like,
that man hit the ground.
Oh Lord. Okay. Now
that man hit the ground.
Okay, now I know you inverse with this. What about Westbrook and people calling him West Brick? You know what I'm saying? Do you think he's overreacting to that?
I do. I think now it's like something I saw the other day where they were saying kind of like Shannon Sharp saying I do believe you can go too far, you know, when you get with the racial stuff, although that happens, you know.
Right.
People, you hear stuff, you know. I got a chance, I was blessed to sit at a sideline, whatever, one night for the Grizzlies game. And some of the stuff I heard, I was like, dang. But I noticed they were drunk, and all the players was just ignoring them. Yeah. So it was like, I think it's just, he playing bad right now, and that ain't helping, you know. So he got frustrated, and I think he was lashing out on it, but I think some stuff come with it, you know. They gonna yell out stuff, they gonna do stuff, you know. But I don't think I think he's overreacting. The Westbrook.
Yeah. I think I mean, just to be honest, I think he acting like a hoe about it. You know what I'm saying? I think he, you know, being very sensitive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now the stuff about his with his wife, and I think his wife got into it on Twitter, was trying to defend him, like, you know, about our family, like, you know. I get that, but then on the other side too, it's like my wife like, I don't even want you responding to these folks. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because then now you gonna, whatever little blemish or flaw you got, they gonna roast you on, and then now I'm gonna have to get involved. You know what I'm saying? Because now they roasting you, and so it's like, you know what I mean? Like I think the whole thing is overblown. You know, but Westbrook, he just gonna have to live with that, bro. Like. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like this, they're not calling you out of your name, so to speak. Like you are hitting a lot of bricks, you know shooting a lot of bricks.
I know it's a different situation, but you look at somebody like what Kobe went through with Colorado. You know, the stuff they was yelling out, and he never complained about it. You know, he turned it into motivating. Like what Dave Chappelle say on Killing or something? No, it was the last one he had right before. It was one of his stand-ups, so he was like, man, Kobe in them games, he played like his life depended on him, you know. Like, he let the talk motivate him. He wasn't whining, you know, they calling me rapist, or they calling me this.
Right.
So I look at stuff like that, but I know they were two different people, too.
Right. I mean, it ain't stopped OJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, OJ is still everywhere. That's why he's undefeated. Because he doesn't care.
Yeah, he definitely undefeated.
You know what I'm saying? And then he'll take pictures with people and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you got to have some with the can we say, because now you know this culture, can we say Jews? You know the Jewish people, he got some chutzpah. You know what I'm saying? That means
chutzpah, spell it.
Yeah, it's a CHUZPAH. CHUTZPAH.
I would not even try.
It means he got some balls. He got some cojones. He got some guts. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
he got some murder charges too, don't he?
No, he's exonerated.
I said it because he don't think OJ did it.
I don't. Come on, man.
He don't think OJ did it.
Person, respect to my Caucasians.
Yeah.
But I had a white person.
That's sad that we have to do that before.
I was telling my wife about this the other day. Like,
unfortunately,
it's so much stuff that you have to think about before you say and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it is what it is.
I had a white person tell me he really believes the son did, and I was like, explain to me that. And I was, white.
That's what you think too, right?
I told you it's a documentary. Some guys from London did.
I seen it, but I still don't
and
believe
they were saying that. So it was known that they had altercations before. The son and Nicole. Then she had made a reservation at his restaurant and like reserved a big room and was supposed to do a big party or whatever. And then she canceled on him at the last minute. And so he ended up getting, I don't know if he got fired or he got in trouble at the job or something because they reserved his room and she canceled. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so like we could have gave this room to somebody else. And so it said, he cussed out the managers or whatever. And then he came back up there and he had a bag of like knives, his cooking knives. So he made sure he got that. But then also on the traffic cam away from the house or whatever, he was caught on the traffic cam like around the same time shortly after they got killed. But his alibi, what happened?
No, I'm saying you moving the thing.
The mic. Oh, my baby. Yeah. So he said he was with his girl, but they got him on the traffic cam leaving that area. You know what I'm saying? But like they did, like it's so much sexier that OJ did it. And they got this domestic violence thing. And if you remember, when he pulled up at the house, the son was trying to come outside and he got out the truck. He didn't get out the truck because his son came out. He was telling his son to go back in. And so basically it was like he took the rap for, his son or whatever. And I heard Bob Costas tell a story. He said like he had did something and he cut his finger or whatever. And so he was interviewing OJ.
Okay, I remember.
And then, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, Bob, you got a cut on your finger. Maybe you did it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the same thing. Like he legit made his flight on time. He legit was in Chicago. He legit, and they was like, oh, he ran. No, when he got back, he actually went in and did an interview and answered all their questions.
Hey, I'm gonna say something too.
You know what I'm saying? And then, but then the second time they was like, okay, you already interviewed me. I already answered your questions. Now you saying you want to arrest me as a suspect. And it's like, I just did this 3 days ago. So like you put yourself in that mind frame. Like now, granted, we've done stupid stuff maybe when we were younger, but in the moment of, okay, I hear this happen to my ex-wife. I come in with my lawyer. Matter of fact, he didn't even come in with his lawyer. He didn't even have Robert Kardashian with him. Right. He just went in. He's like, no, I'll come in and talk to y'all, whatever. He did it. They let him go. But then 3 days later, it's like, okay, we're going to bring you in. So now his mind is like, for what? I mean, when we panic, anybody who panic can do something stupid. That's all I'm saying.
I say this though. I saw something recently. It was a documentary, how it really happened. I think it was on it, and he said one guy said it was so much blood at the blood scene. They was like, and when they got to his truck, they only found like one drop of blood on the door handle, and that had me like, now even though I think he did it, but that made me step back and think. I was like, dang, it seemed like it would have been blood everywhere, if he was out, actually doing it. So I was like, that's a good point.
Man, all of us eat barbecue. Okay? So now you mean to tell me you eat a big rib, some chicken or whatever. That sauce is going to be on everything that you touch between here and the bed. If you touch anything between here and the bed, you're going to have sauce on your clothes, sauce on the corner of the table, sauce on the door, sauce on the faucet handles because you done cut the faucet on to wash your hands. And like to his point, it's just blood everywhere, but then it's just a get a microscope. It's just come on, man. Like and old boy even said he planted everything. Look, just say it. You want it to be OJ because we don't have a better suspect.
OJ did that, joint.
But then that phone call where he was in the background going
yeah.
that was like, oh, like, So, like you said, it's one of them.
That's interesting.
Man,
We
OJ
said-
showed you how black people solve problems when dudes stole his stuff. He didn't go in there with no knife. He didn't go in there with a machete. He had two hood niggas in a snub nose 38, and he got caught on every camera in that joint. So now you mean to tell me he pulled off the crime of the century? He ain't on no traffic cams. They ain't got no fingerprints other than the ones that was already at the house. All they got is, like he said, that drop of blood and a glove in his front yard. And then he, like Bob Cosby said, do you think I'm stupid enough to leave a glove? Like, who leaves a glove in the front yard? And don't get me wrong, OJ don't know how to spell OJ. But like where the glove was, it's like somebody had like threw it over the gate and it landed on the inside. Like, it don't even make sense for the glove to be there. You know what I'm saying?
You think OJ did it? Exactly. That nigga, he
Y'all-
did it.
Man, y'all are traitors.
He did it.
I don't either.
Right.
You know,
I'm not black, I'm Roche.
he act like he did it.
No, he's taking
He
it
does.
Bro, watch the ESPN journey him. You gonna like
Yep.
it. That documentary good. as hell.
Yeah. That's
It's
just
like 5 episodes, but it's good.
This is the first time I heard of the son.
Yeah.
oh real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
you look at
the thing.
it.
You
That's
gonna
interesting.
listen, it's gonna tell you all that stuff in that job.
That's interesting. So
I'm probably gonna think the son did it, but I don't want to.
You know what I hate
because
though?
OJ did
No.
it.
You know
OJ
what I
did
hate
it.
though? This is what I really truly believe.
Okay.
I really believe at some point that it's gonna come out who really did it, and the same vitriol that people had for him, just like with our boy Breezy, because everybody was ready to throw him under the bus for his situation, and when it comes back up, and even Charlemagne with his old double talking ass, oh yeah, people don't have that same. But a few weeks ago. When, well, we don't know if he did it, but that's just really despicable. And if he did that, that's despicable. No woman should have that done to her. And oh, black men doing black women and da 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 da. And then when you find out, because he put the text messages out, oh, it's just really messed up that happened to him. Yeah, that's what I hate. So the reason why I defend the way I defend, because all of us are in here are black men, and you know, Crown, you know, especially even with me, like, dude. The same energy that we get persecuted with, it does not come in our defense. So now if it do come out 20, 30 years, his son be like, hey, I did that shit. Or some mafia people say, oh yeah, we're the ones who slit her from ear to ear and pulled the tongue out through the. So he did that? That ain't no passion crime. That's something else. Like, come on. Like, he pulled the tongue out through the slit? Come on, man. That's something else, dude. Like, that's, like, let's just be for real.
That's
now,
different.
Now,
That's
I've
different.
never
That's
said
different.
he didn't know who did it. I'm just saying that I don't believe he did, because that's some diabolical type stuff. That's some mob movie type stuff. That's like the Godfather horse head in the bed type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, if he really did do it, then, like I said, he should be thrown up under the jail.
In hindsight, it's a good thing. I like it.
No, I don't know. See, he said he liked it. I'm not saying no. I don't. I don't think that he should have did it. If you know, but.
And this,
And
that's
the way
fact.
the
I wanna
NFL talk about all his NFL accomplishments.
He hated Nicole, bro.
Like,
But that's my thing with OJ, because
that man,
we
was
all been in different
banging Robert
relationships
Kardashian wife.
with women, and so it ain't nothing like a dude's wrath when he jealous and he just think another dude pounding his gal and doing that. Like, oh, and then we got the 911 calls with OJ mad at Nicole, beating up
So
beside the
you
head.
got some exes today that you mad that she banging another nigga.
Who, me?
Yes.
No, not me.
Nigga, if I break up with you 5 minutes ago, I don't give a fuck who you sleeping
See,
with.
that's
then.
you. You not. That's not general.
No, because they outnumber us 15-1.
But that don't matter.
I got 14 applications.
But you don't want 14. You want that one.
Nigga, I don't have hoes, but I got hoes.
All right, man. Look.
That's all I'm saying. That's
Come
all
on,
I'm saying.
man,
And
look.
if you think like that, it will save you. It's a lot of niggas sick out there because they don't understand. You think that that's the only one. And you act like you don't go to work every day and there's women looking at you every day. You walk in the mall every day. Nigga, at where I just came from, every time I looked up and I slick, I'm not gonna do it, but I slick was like, I was gonna ask Todd and Shayla, I'm like, man, who is it she keep looking like? Cause she was making it known, this chick was making it known that she was looking at me. And I'm like, baby, I ain't even taking no applications right now. But if I was though, and that's what I'm saying, I ain't got hoes, JB, but I got hoes.
See, look, if you think like me, man, you'd be married already. See
What you
I'm saying?
mean?
See, if you thought in the same vein, it would be
like if I was gonna cry because I lost somebody.
Well, not cry.
It gets suicidal because somebody
you ain't never cried. You ain't never cried.
When I was 16, yeah.
When you was 16.
Yes, I talked about it on the last season.
So you ain't been 20 plus. Ain't
Me
never
and
cried.
Crown, we talked. Remember, I told you. I said I want to look her into her eyes so I could tell her she broke my heart.
16, huh?
Yes.
I can't
like
say
a
that. I was in my 20s
nigga.
the last I think I cried over a girl. You know, I was in my 20s. So I ain't as tough as you.
No,
you know
I take it back. I cried over a situation when I was 26, but I was crying over the situation, not so much the female. I was crying over. You know, you was there, but it was the hurt and the embarrassment of I can't believe this is happening to me. Not so much I could live without her. It was the fact that I was going through that. So it wasn't even about her. It was about everything. Yeah, it was embarrassing. Then, like, I invested a lot of time into it. Like, it was all of that. It wasn't her.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Before we get into what we're talking about, I want to give a shout out to Penny. We're the number 9 seed in the NCAA tournament. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Penny. You know, if you go look at the executive mindset with the Penny, I predicted all this. You know what I'm saying? I did say we were still going to make the tournament.
I'm the one who said that.
No.
That's why he pointed at me.
I'm going to have to pull out the archives because I said, even though we're trash now, we still
I don't even think we're going to make the tournament, bro. Playing the way we playing. I said we are where we should be.
I'm going to bring out the archives.
It's like, and I'm just saying.
I was holding my brother accountable. That's what I call it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Penny for being the 9th seed in the NCAA tournament. We played Thursday against Boise State. So shout out to that. Now,
who y'all trade Amari for?
Some 5th round and 6th round picks. And
that sucks.
It's looking big over there. But
I mean, like, that's all he get is a 5th round?
Yeah, I mean,
do he get 1,000 yards every year?
No, he don't.
He didn't have it.
No, he don't.
He didn't have 1,000 yards this past season.
No, he didn't. He had 856.
How many games he play?
I don't know.
Out of a 17 game season, he couldn't have played more than 10 games.
He probably played 13.
No, he couldn't have played more than 10.
I looked it up later. But
I gotta see.
We're gonna look this up later. But let me go ahead and see. He won't let me transition.
No, I'm not.
You see what I'm saying? He didn't let me transition over here. But look, the reason we have our brother here today because we're both big Michael Jordan fans. You know, so I think we all are. You know, he's kind of in the Pippen camp more than me. You know what I mean? But you know, we all grew up Michael Jordan. I'm 82. I think you were born 86.
86, yeah.
So, you know, I had all the VHSs, dog. The Playground, Come Fly With Me, the Wheaties boxes. I had them joints, you know, plastered on my wall. I had the joint. He went from the free throw line from 88. Yeah. That joint right over my bed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had that joint. And so getting into this now with this Isiah Thomas hate, like Isiah Thomas has been I'm gonna tell you where I think it started, then I'll give all, you know, y'all views and stuff, you know, on that. Like, this has been going back for me, I think, even before he got to the league. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at it, Isiah Thomas, he went to Indiana, right?
Yeah.
He went to Indiana under Bob Knight, right? And so you remember even on those documentaries, Jordan was Team USA in '84 before he went to the draft, right? Yeah. And Bobby Knight
killed him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was on record. Bobby Knight was on record, and I don't think people really put this in perspective to where this is Isiah Thomas' guy. He looked at Bobby Knight as a God figure, like a coach father figure.
Jordan's gonna be the GOAT.
He said, Jordan, this is the best player I've ever coached. This is the best player I've ever seen.
Yep.
This number one was a slap in the face, I think, to Isiah from the get-go. He like, dang, but you had me.
Think about it like that.
He like, you had me, though. He was the number one pick, I think, in his draft, Isiah, I think. Maybe in 82, 83, whenever he
82.
came. 82. I think he was the number one pick, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, I know he was the top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah,
but because it was after they won the national championship.
He was number 1 because he said he didn't want to play. He tried to bomb.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because him and Mark Aguirre was trying to play on the same team. You're right. Yep, sure was.
Yeah, so to me, this is where it started from the get-go, because now Isiah looking like he the best player you've ever coached, but I brought you to the national championship, his freshman year or sophomore year? Probably sophomore year. Yeah. And he looking at this like, who's this dude? Then he get into the league. He go to the team He from Chicago.
Yeah. When Oak said that recently, I believe that was some truth behind it.
Bruh.
Folks were saying Oak hating, but he got some truth with it. Because I even read a story. Because being a fan, this is something that once I first heard about like freeze out game, and I realized the beef. I didn't read some stuff, looked at the documentaries. Just really, it was interesting to see. It's like, damn, where does this go back to? And I even heard, what's his name? John Sally said he got a Big Blad interview where he was like, the beef started because he said they had a cookout and Zeke's nephew came
I think
with the jersey and the shoes on, Jordan, and Zeke like, you know what you doing, at the family barbecue, and you ain't got on no Pistons jersey, like he was hot about that.
Yeah.
Then he supposedly took Chicago from him because I guess it's like Penny here, if people were starting to boo Penny because they like Ja so much, Penny probably would be like, I was the
feel
first,
a certain way. I just looked it up. He was number 2 in the '81 draft. Mark Aguirre was number 1. And them 2 Chicago boys.
Mm-hmm.
And so when Jordan took over Chicago, I think Bobby Knight was the first blow, in my view, because this was the coach that said that, groomed Isiah, took him to the national championship, and he was his best player. I think Bobby Knight was on record saying Isiah was the best player that he coached after that point. And so now in '84, that summer, he come out and say, I've never seen anything like this dude. Like, he's superhuman. He's the best player. I think he could go down as the best player ever. I think that's exactly what he said. Yeah. And so now, Isiah looking at this dude like.
So basically, you saying Isiah acting like OJ and all them other dudes that when they don't be with their ex for 2 years, they feel some type of way.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. The venom.
Like, it's not 29 other teams out there that I could play for.
You see the venom, though. You know what I'm saying? The venom that Isiah has, because of that.
But I said it's like this, though. Boosie did a Vlad interview. He was talking about the way people hate on him, and it's like, you went to school with Boosie. You know Boosie. You cool with Boosie. But then Boosie done blew up. Now you get in your car, you know what I'm saying? Your nephew like, oh, Daddy, Unc, put that Boosie on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You go home, your girl and your daughter's in there dancing to a Boosie song. You know what I'm saying? You go out and kick it with your homeboys. They talking about Boosie. You know what I'm saying? And you still struggling. And so now you kind of hate that person because you used to be, or you have a respect for that person, but now you feel like they're getting something that you should be getting. They're getting a respect level that you should be getting. So to your point, Isiah was doing the Nino Brown, giving stuff to schools, turkey giveaways, Christmas time. Chicago is my city. I rep Chicago. I'm Chicago born and bred. But because you play for Detroit and y'all are the bad boys and y'all give everybody the business. So even though I'm a Chicago boy, you coming home and beating on our team, you know what I'm saying? Like, we going to boo you even though you a Chicago boy. And we mess with you in the offseason, but during the regular season, no love. And then now here's this guy that comes in. I mean, because he wasn't checking for Reggie Theus. Like, Reggie Theus played for the Bulls before Jordan got there. He's like, oh, that Kareem Akbar looking ass nigga, like, that pretty motherfucker. Like, I ain't studying Reggie Theus, but it's like Jordan kind of had that, I don't want to say street cred, because Isiah had some street cred. Yeah. Like, for real? Yeah. Like, I've heard stories like Matt Barnes, Tony Allen, like, Isiah got some real live Chicago, like matter of fact, Quentin Richardson, I think, was his brother or somebody had gotten killed, and he was talking about, he made a phone call, and Isiah, like, you know what I'm saying?
Trouble he used to have gambling parties at some of the biggest Chicago dope dealers and stuff.
Oh, Isiah. Yeah. He got legit street cred, but like Jordan, I guess the swag maybe that the hood love, and so now this outsider, he kind of acting like Carlton off of Bel Air. Oh yeah, because it's like I really don't hate you, but I'm mad that you getting all this attention that I should be getting. I feel like you taking it away from me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know that Isiah was snorting Xanax or cocaine back in the '80s. So
he may have. Where do you think it started from, MoKicks?
I think I saw a story of the guy that directed The Last Dance. I think his name Jason Hare. Mm-hmm. He the white guy that did it. He was like, they have some footage that they had to cut out to kind of squeeze everything together, but they talked to Isiah from where it started, and they talked to Jordan from where it started. So Isiah said he come to the All-Star game, his first All-Star game, he got on fur coats, gold necklaces, and you know, he was like, he walked in, Jordan had an entourage supposedly, so he walked in the elevator and didn't say nothing to Isiah. And so Isiah took it as, you were supposed to speak to me. Jordan, he said Jordan was like, I was just trying to be I didn't want to bother the guy. He said, I was trying to come in and be quiet. He said, although everybody took, you know, like he said they had a big, people were really mad when he did the dunk contest. He had on the Jordan warm-up. You know, everybody else played in they jerseys, but Jordan would have warm-up trying to promote the new shoe, but they like, who this nigga got? This Nike, what's Nike? He ain't Converse. He must be better than us, you know. They looked at it as he thought he was better than them when really he was just there. He was just happy to be there. So I think it started, I really honestly think a lot of them were jealous of Jordan. Oh, yeah. Just from the stuff he had coming in. You know, I think they said Converse was, you got maybe $100,000 a year, you know, having that sneaker. Nike come in and give him $500,000. You know, just stuff, and I think they probably was like, who he think he's supposed to be? And the crowd really like him. He, you know, I think it just was a perfect storm for a lot of hate. And then Jordan being Jordan, he probably was talking some shit too, you know. Like James Worthy said, he
for sure.
Me in college telling him, I'm better than you, you know. And James Worthy like, oh, who are you, you know.
Right.
So I think it's just one of those perfect storm, and it started, and then you got the bad boys beating on them, the hard fouls. Jordan coming out, everybody says, now he wouldn't snitch to the media. He said what everybody wanted to say.
Right.
Bird didn't like Isiah.
Nobody liked him.
You know, nobody liked Isiah. Jordan said, I think they're terrible for basketball. So then that's why we didn't shake hands. Then you got to shake hands incident. You know, it just kept on going. And I think it built up, you know.
I think it's personal. I mean, we know it's personal, like even from the Bobby Knight thing, but even now, like to your point, you got kinfolk, you got your cousins buying Jordans, wearing the number 23, calling, you know what I'm saying? Man, y'all see what MJ did, you know what I'm saying? He did this thing coming from the free throw line. Man, we ain't never seen nothing like this in Chicago. Oh, what's up, Zeke? You know what I'm saying?
You like, give me Jordan autograph?
Right.
You know, y'all won, but you ain't dunk it like Mike did.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's like, and I think you brought up a good point. Like, if Penny was Penny in this time and he was on another team, you know what I'm saying? And Ja Morant is taking over the city. Like, Ja Morant, he ain't from Memphis, but you basically say he from Memphis. Yeah. How he acts, his vibe, how he carry himself. And so that would be a good analogy, because then Penny would be like,
yeah, they need to go and re-up that nigga contract like ASAP.
Who?
Ja.
Oh, yeah.
Why he still in his rookie deal? Don't wait till that John over with, because you're going to have to back up the Brinks truck.
He about to get $240 million.
That's what I'm saying. You can get him now for cheaper than what you would if you wait till year 5.
Yeah.
Year 5, he going to have to pay the nigga $300 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can probably get him for $200 now.
He finna get us Nike signature shoe. Like, it's to the moon now. He finna
I thought they might would have put that out like during the All-Star weekend. I thought that would have been like a good thing, but they may roll it out for the playoffs maybe. I don't know.
They could be.
They could roll it out for the playoffs, but back to this Jordan thing, like I think his family and stuff, and so I heard too, I looked through the internet, I was Googling some of this stuff. You know, I didn't know either. Andre Iguodala and Evan Turner have a podcast called the Point Forward Podcast, right? And they had Isiah Thomas on there last week.
Yeah, I read that today.
You read that?
Yeah.
And basically, he was like, you know, MJ basically trying to change the narrative or take the narrative, because he was like, I'm the one that beat Magic. I'm the one that beat Bird. I'm the one that went through, you know, the 76ers, Dr. J and them like that. He didn't do that. MJ got beat down in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my story. He's trying to take my story. I'm like, dude is delusional, bro.
See, what I want to ask Isiah is, and I know he probably going to say LeBron wasn't out then. It recently just changed. It's so many videos back when, you know, Isiah was being the analyst, you know, on the TNT and stuff game. He the utmost praise for Jordan. That's why he's a master. That's why he's the greatest player ever. Arsenio Hall interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Really, and I think they showed Jordan reacted to it it was like an 88 interview. And Joe was looking like, damn, like I didn't know he thought about me like that because he's like, he don't talk to me like that on the court, you know.
Right.
But Isiah was like, we on our city, I can be honest, that dude is bad. Better than me, better than Bird, better than Magic. But now all of a sudden he was a non-factor.
Right.
Or you look at that 30 for 30 and he said, I was up all night having dreams about number 23 in red. What can we do to stop him? But now, I wasn't worried about him.
Right.
Like, which one is it? You know,
Man, you know what happens when niggas get old, man. We all got granddaddies and stuff like that. When niggas get old and bitter, then all of a sudden what coulda, shoulda, woulda been, and we Wesley Snipes, I never liked that pretty motherfucker anyway. Like, we get like that when we're in the moment, like how we really feel about somebody or something we say. And then over time, as we start to think about it, maybe resentment that we've had in the back of our mind comes back to the forefront.
Hey, you just made me think about what Jesse say about Obama. Wish I could have his
Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, but you got to remember, though, Messy Jesse, he ran for president. You know what I'm saying? I think when Carter was running and then when Reagan was running.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he messed around talking about the Jews. He messed around doing that because he called them Heimies. And no disrespect. Exactly. I don't even know what that means. Right. So I'm just repeating what Jesse Jackson said. But when he said that, it was over with. And as a matter of fact, Eddie Murphy had like a great sketch on Saturday Night Live where he was imitating Jesse Jackson.
I think it's
right. From catfish to gefilte fish, from the Diamond District to the Chitlin District. We gonna see leather hats and yarmulke side by side. But you know what I'm saying? Like, again, Jesse felt some type of way because, again, it's like, okay, here's this eloquent art. Well, you know, white people like to say, anytime you speak well, we're not well spoken, we're not eloquent, we're articulate.
Right.
Oh, MoKicks is so articulate. Yeah. That Jamal is so articulate. Right. But this eloquent, well spoken, educated black man who's been around great black leadership, who knows how to unite all people, like a rainbow coalition, maybe.
Right.
And then now he gets the office that you felt like you should have got 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And so now, you know, like to your point, my coach, I'm his golden boy. You know what I'm saying? I brought him a national championship. Now this dude is the best player. Okay, gut punch.
And see how Isiah came up to, like, if you see his story, like I saw he had a documentary.
Yep, I saw that too.
He was brought up fighting, you know,
right.
Like he was like it was more times they didn't have lights than they did have lights. Like, you know, not eating some nights and just hearing them tell their story was like, oh, so you used to fighting for everything. And so when the Jordan situation came along, Zeke, you know, to your point, street cred stuff, he ready to take it to the streets, like, but it didn't have to be that way.
Or maybe you see yourself, it's like you looking in the mirror, but you losing to your reflection.
Right. Yeah.
Because anytime Jordan would take stuff personal, but that was the thing. That's what pissed people off about Jordan. They didn't mind, like, because back in the day, you come out of college, you that dude, National Player of the Year, whatever, they punch you in the mouth and they put you in your place.
Right.
So it's like the Hall of Fame and the Hall of Game. Like, so you get punched in the mouth, you was 30 point in college, you get punched in the mouth when you step in the NBA, you might be 15, 16 points a game. But Jordan coming in that joint, bam, we punch him in the mouth and his scoring go up. Yeah. We punch him in the mouth, bam, he MVP. We punch him in the mouth, Defensive Player of the Year. And then not only that, he taking names he getting receipts for everybody who punched him in the mouth. You want a poster or he didn't put 50 on your head. And so Isiah, who had that same kind of mentality, is like, I see you, but I can't beat you.
And probably either way, because like you said, if he has the street cred, you know, I didn't know some of the stuff that y'all talking about his street cred. Like, let's say, even if he called his goons in Chicago, they ain't gonna do nothing to Mike because Mike got that pull in Chicago. Like, you going after Mike, like, what you gonna do?
Who was that?
Like, you ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't remember. It was Quentin Richardson or somebody said when the Bulls won, like, for like a whole summer or something, like the violence had stopped.
Yeah,
that was on the
I want to say, but it was some Chicago people talking. But it's like, to your point, Mike, he didn't, that swagger, that he love.
He couldn't win either way, because even if Zeke was like, hey, you know, try to, you know, mess him up or, you know, put him in a position to where, the tabloids to get to him. Like, you probably couldn't get down to Chicago because Chicago ain't never seen nothing like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the money that they're getting from the businesses and stuff downtown and business owners like the barbershops. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming back in those days probably got a whole lot of money, a whole lot of conversation and stuff. And so it's like,
you know what it was? Isiah Thomas was Cuba Gooding Jr. and Michael Jordan was Denzel in American Gangster. And so you used to being that dude, and then all of a sudden Frank Lucas just showed up, and it's like you're not that dude no more.
Taking over shot.
And then he letting you know.
Yeah. You can't.
Hey,
you can't
this is my city. This is my brand. I stand by it. I endorse it.
And to a degree, now that we're talking about it, I can see how Isiah can have some lifetime vendetta against that. You know what I'm saying? Just how we look at our city, right? We from here. It's just like you an MC or somebody that's from some other place come here and now they're y'all got the same style and so now he's looked at like, but dang, like I'm from here. I'm South Memphis. I'm Raleigh.
I'm gonna tell you where it really changed. Even though, and people, I hate when this topic come up because people like to ignore. Magic Johnson wrote his book saying he was originally the last step to keeping Isiah off the Dream Team because of, I guess he thought Isiah had questioned his sexuality.
Yeah, no, Isiah had said something about him messing with a
which is terrible. People always Isiah the victim. That was terrible to say.
Hold up. Isaiah said that Magic was
undercover
dudes.
Basically,
that's how he got the HIV.
Ain't no telling what they doing out there in LA.
I got you.
Because back then, they thought gay people only got AIDS.
Right.
So Magic heard that and was like, "Oh no, I'm the captain. He's not on the Dream Team."
Oh, have y'all watched that Showtime show? I mean, the winning, not Showtime, the HBO show, the Winning Time joint.
Is it good?
Nigga.
It's good.
Hey.
I was hesitant because I was looking
and Norm Nixon's son is playing him. That's his son that's playing him.
Because I can't lie, like, dude slick look like Magic. Like, back in the day.
Yeah.
When I look at the preview, but I was like, I didn't know if
the dude
it
look
was
like
good.
Kareem, too, though. The one that got playing Kareem.
Okay, so y'all telling me it's good.
Yes. Yeah. And the dude that played from Step Brothers, he's playing as Dr. Buss. Yeah. Hey, no, that's not good.
I'm gonna check it out then, because I was hesitant. I was like, is it gonna be corny?
Hey,
it was good.
It's
though.
good.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
It's phenomenal.
I'm into it.
Where it changed, and then so it was this new audio tape that somebody did interview Jordan, and he said on there, if Isiah's on his team, I'm not playing. So everybody just ran with it, and it was a host of people. David Robinson, who's the most Christian person ever said.
Right.
I don't know why Isiah's surprised he was left off the team.
Yeah.
Pippen. No, I didn't want him on the team. Patrick Ewing, he was not gonna fit in. Karl Malone definitely
not Carl.
So everybody lays it at Mike, in which Mike has recently said, "You want to lay it at my feet? That's fine." But I wasn't the only one that didn't want him on the team, and I think Isaiah's just taking it. That's when it turned and he started talking.
Yeah. I mean, for Karl Malone to call you a terrible person, that's saying a lot. Because Karl Malone,
I don't know if y'all seen that jump when he
Karl Malone is horrible.
Terrible.
Great basketball player, horrible human being.
Yeah, man. He's that dude.
I would trade him for OJ any day.
Yeah, I know.
I would trade Karl Malone for OJ any day.
You trade him in the
they can have Karl Malone. We take OJ back.
In the racial draft, though, you got to pick.
Oh no, we never. No, that white people gave OJ back in the racial draft. They gave James Brown back too.
But I remember the jump, man. I think you be sharing it sometimes on social media. The jump where he be high talking to that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I feel good. I feel good.
I make love good.
It's like, so what are you gonna be doing this for? Oh, we're gonna be working on this new magazine. It's a Christian magazine. It's like he got sober right then. I'm like,
the second coming.
Right? Yes, the second coming. We've got the Reverend Billy Graham. This is gonna be real good.
Yeah, right back into the mode.
And, I mean, he got real serious, and then so like, what about your concert? Oh, I feel good. Stay on the scene like a sex machine. What happened, James? Living in America.
Man, that joke is great.
I had to say, cause I was like, man, every time you post that, just sometimes I be tripping because that dude crap. But the thing, even with Isiah, man, like I think it runs even deep. Even the video, you remember during the All-Star Weekend, doing the top 75, when he went up to Magic, he was talking to Magic, Jordan right behind him. I think you seen it. Jordan right behind him, like act like he don't see him at all. You know what I'm saying? Talking, hey, da 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 da. pat him on the chest.
And Jordan even looked at him a couple times.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
like
right. I saw that too. I peeped game too. Yeah. It was like if they locked eyes, Jordan was gonna be like, you know, what's up, a pound, you know, whatever. Yeah. But Isiah just did that. Then it looked like Magic said a joke or something. they folks going in like MJ going back and forth with a joke. But
Isiah's probably heard about that too, because it looked like Magic never talk about it.
Yeah, that's why
that's going to be a victim again.
That's why I think what he said on that Point Forward podcast is from what he probably saw from Magic and Michael with that, because it's like, now y'all talking about behind my back, you know. But it's like, I think to you brought the analogy, like this is how OJ felt. You know what I'm saying? Like Isiah is he's torn, he's broken, you know.
No, that's the way y'all said. That's the way OJ felt. I was just saying that y'all are saying it's like OJ. I don't think OJ felt like that. OJ was messing with Kardashian wife. That's why he wanted to have a DNA test for Khloe.
Here we go.
I'm just saying he wasn't hurting that bad.
Here we go.
He's not black. He's OJ. What Jay-Z say? Okay. Hey, so what y'all think about the gambling stuff though, man? Like, and I know you don't keep up with football like that, but like, so you know, Calvin really got suspended indefinitely for.
Okay. I'm like, really? I'm like, who? Okay.
He did some sports betting, and you know, you could do sports betting on your phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's apps for that stuff, and he actually bet on his team to win.
Yeah, 15.
So I'm like, and they can track that because he used the app. That's how they caught him.
So he got in trouble for it.
Yeah, but like you see, he bet on his team to win.
I don't know. It was just $1,500.
And keep this in mind, but it's not like he was playing either. So it's not like he could affect the outcome of the game. He was hurt. Or I'm sorry, not hurt. He was out for, I think, mental health or something like that.
Yeah, that's a little petty. That's what he said. That's what he said. Now, for me, I think suspending a millionaire for the season. I think for the whole season.
No, he's suspended indefinitely. So it's like,
yeah, for the whole season.
Yeah, so it's like whenever.
Yes,
right. For
$1,500 when said person or somebody else will beat a woman and just get like a 6-game suspension.
That's different.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
or you know, you cheat, you affect the outcome of a game and you only miss 2 games. Tom Brady.
Speaking of Tom Brady,
you record other people's plays, but you lose a draft pick. New England Patriots.
Y'all know Tom Brady unretired, right?
Going back to the Succaneers.
For real?
Like just like we saw it like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it was on about an hour ago. Yeah, he's back with the Bucks.
Yeah. He unretired, man. So he's back with the Bucks. But I was telling Vic, I was like, he slick had to do it if he was gonna do it because Deshaun's on the market now because he don't have his criminal charges, you know, against him. You know, it's a lot of, you know,
my boy pieces. Captain put out a workout video. You didn't see it?
I saw it.
He trying to get another trial?
What are you doing? He look good.
Bruh.
He's not going to get on the team, man. But he look good.
Don't get me started with Cap, dog.
Now, here you go. Here you go, right wing JB.
No. How are you going to say you trying to... You done made a whole Netflix special talking about how the NFL is like slave trading, like slave pickup.
But still want to play.
Like, but you want to make a video. But you want to make a video saying you trying out for the NFL.
Have you ever worked at FedEx? Okay, you worked at FedEx.
Yeah.
What do we call FedEx? What was the nickname we had for FedEx?
There's a lot of I should say.
But as it pertains to slavery, what do we call FedEx?
Plantation.
He didn't even work at FedEx. But now, until you got another job, what was you doing every night? You was at the plantation.
He was at the plantation.
So what I'm saying is, until he can't play no more, I would be on that motherfucker too trying to get that NFL contract until I can be an analyst or an activist or whatever.
Say don't come back here.
But peep this. We would call the plantation. We ain't going up to the executives at FedEx and being like, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, when this plantation check coming up? You know what I'm saying? Or we're not talking
I said that to the man, which is why I'm not out there now. But that digress.
My point. So, but Cap, come on, Cap, bro. Like I ain't feeling dude. I don't like dude.
Okay, so how's that any difference than what Brian Flores did?
Well, he got a job now.
Yes, and he's still in the NFL, even though he's suing the NFL as
Right.
well as all 32 teams.
Right.
Not just the teams that he said he felt that did him wrong in the interview. He's suing all the teams because of unfair practices and things like that. And he's still on staff with the Pittsburgh Steelers right now as defensive coordinator.
I think Cap has been doing a lot just for show. I don't think he's really wanted to get on a team. I think he has been like, publicizing this whole deal and doing. And plus, you're not going to want him on your team because it's like you're going to want him as your backup. You know what I mean? You want him but he's going to get all the interviews and the headlines and all this stuff. But you basically, took a dump on the whole NFL and told them.
He should have.
Right. Okay. But you going to ask for a job back though?
No, he's not asking for a job back. He's just saying, let me lose the job.
He said, I'm ready.
What he's saying is, if I go out there and I'm trash, I can live with that. But to not even get the opportunity, he can live with I gave it my best shot and I wasn't good enough. But to know that I'm still capable, and you cannot tell me anybody that the Jets got, he worse than them. Who Pittsburgh got? Mason Rudolph and
right.
You can't tell me he's not better than them. They brought Josh McCown and Cade McCown and Cade McNown and all the McMounds and whatever nouns and verbs and all of them adverbs and all of that. And these niggas ain't played 2 and 3 years and they ended up on the team. And you cannot tell me that they better than them. Geno Smith, I don't even know what he was doing. He ended up starting 4 games last year for Russell Westbrook. I mean, not Westbrook, Wilson, Sierra husband.
Yeah.
And Geno was trash prior to that. But he got one.
He should be in the top 32 quarterbacks.
I wouldn't even say that.
He should be a bag. He should be a bag up, but I ain't gonna hire him. I ain't gonna put him.
You think Teddy Bridgewater better than him?
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater's trash.
That's what I would say. Now, and this other thing here, I want to get with the Nets and the 76ers. Okay, I don't know if y'all saw the game the other night. Obviously, y'all know about the trade. The trade with Harden going to 76ers, being going to the Nets. I never was on record. I was gonna do an executive mindset on that, but stuff happened. But I think the Nets got the best end of the deal. You know what I'm saying? Just because I think that when Simmons comes back, I think Simmons is gonna be. He's gonna be ready. He's perfect because he don't have to shoot. You know what I'm saying? He can get you 12, 15 points, but really you need him from defense to push the ball up, fill the lanes up. They got,
And he's gonna be motivated. He's gonna be trying to prove something.
Right.
When you gotta prove something, usually players play their best, so I think when he get back I think he's gonna be ready. Well, I would hope he is. After all, he.
So MoKicks, tell me this. Okay, we know you a sneakerhead extraordinaire. We know you a Air Jordan fanatic and fan just like myself. You know what I'm saying? I think we show it in different ways. You got the sneakers and stuff. I'm just all things Mike. I got knowledge and stuff. When people, just like you said before it was off camera, when people put that stuff for LeBron, like I got his stats up here. I don't even got to Google the stuff. Yeah. Oh, I remember that 87-8. That's what he did. He had 3.1 steals and 1 point, whatever, blah, 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 stuff like that. So I was surprised when you said with the football, you watch it, but you not invested in it
not like basketball
to that degree. Okay, so what else you into other than we know the sneakers, the kicks? Now I know you into do you into the NBA like that? You want to say okay.
Oh, and his street tacos too though.
Street taco.
The taco, was it Taco Inganas? Yeah, they always be on the corner of Macon and what is it, Germantown?
Yep.
Right. Because when I be delivering from Cordova, when I leave the mid, they be right there.
Yeah, in the Malco.
Yep, in that parking lot.
Yeah, they fine.
Because you said what they say with the brown juice.
Man, I gotta get my brown juice.
Them John's fine.
Them John's good.
Them John's fine. No, with this now, tell us the stuff that. When you came up, that you and the stuff that you and Crown doing, because y'all doing some stuff, the sneakerhead stuff. How did you actually come about wanting to do that? Because I remember, I think you teased this maybe a year or two ago, and I was like, bro, go on do this. I was like, this perfect. And then it took maybe another year for y'all to start putting some stuff out. So tell us about that process.
Well, it's people been telling me for a while because I was doing, and it's crazy when you think about I don't want to say purpose or whatever, but you just think about stuff like that. I was doing this type of stuff already, and it was like preparing me to have a vlog or something like that. Like I would just post different Jordan stats or Jordan quotes or Jordan stories that
MJ Mondays.
Yeah, like I was posting with that.
Yeah, okay.
I would post about the shoes, and I would say, hey, as the more people got into the sneaker community, hey, this one come out, because people just started asking me stuff. Hey, how can I get these myself? So I was like, I'm gonna just start posting, and so him, my boy Mike Scott, my wife, everybody's like, you need to start a vlog. You can make money potentially doing it, and so I really at that time I was strictly DJing, and I was like, come out on YouTube channel, like I'd be scared to talk to people. When I talk, it's just regular. So I was like, I could never really do that. Yeah. But it just started kind of happening. And so we both kind of got burnt out on DJing because we had been doing it 15 years. And so it just started to be like, got to stand on your feet for 8 hours. Drunk people, play this. I already played it 80 times before. Then we done had some issues where, it was not, I wouldn't say fights or anything, but people payments, to get there. I gotta let me go find the rest of the payment. Now we gotta have a situation. So I was getting tired of it.
Sound like janky rapper promotion or something.
Yeah, I was getting tired of it. So everything just started falling in place without me really knowing it. Vic he started wanting to shoot videos. Then he got the quality, and he started saying, hey, want to shoot a vlog? Just let me know. So what most people have to go pay and do for it was already there. Then so many other people kept saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. Then, I started meeting people, managers of stores and stuff like that, where I can get pretty much any shoe I want just by knowing people, or people saying, I like his character, just, being, I guess, being me, and people liking it. And so it's like, why not? And it was like right there. And so I just like, let me just go on. Test run. And so I did that. And that was it was actually Vic. Vic came over one day. He said, what you doing? He said, I was like, man, I'm really chilling. I'm laying on the couch eating. And so I'm like, I'm trying to...
Man, eating some Frosted Flakes, wasn't it?
No, shout out to your boy. That man was laying on the couch eating an R&B beef dog. We plug black business around here.
Okay, that's dope, man, because I was telling, maybe I was talking to Vic offline or something, just, because we're in a similar space, with podcasts, and you're, on the podcast, you have a niche, you know what I'm saying, to where, it's very, specific in that, you know what I'm saying. I just want to say, I'll be on record, just, keep going, bro. You know what I'm saying? I encourage you, because we already know, like I said, sometimes your views be like this, other times like that.
I'm in a slump now. Like, I don't mind being honest about it. And it get tough because it's like we spend 3 hours trying to get something right up and it be 23 views. Like dang. But when I started, it was 1,600. 900, and now it's kind of just going under the radar and stuff. So
like the stock market.
Yeah, but then I know it's gonna come back up. So, but everybody, the big folks that have replied back or have seen something and be free to me, they was like, no matter what you do, keep going. And that's what I like about y'all. It's y'all constantly
just keep going.
Y'all constantly putting something out, no matter the views. And I think I was telling him, I said, man, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna mess around and hit at the same time, both of us, or something.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 subscribers will get bigger.
Yeah. I mean, but see, like, and I think, we kind of missed this, how far we go back.
Yeah.
But consistency is the key. So, like, had I known when I meet Lecrae, years ago, that you say, like, oh, man, I was listening to your stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh, I shouldn't have stopped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when I run into Skinny Pimp and, like, to this day, nigga, you still rapping, like, oh, I shouldn't, I should have been more on because all you're waiting on is for that one thing. Yeah. And so, like, because I watch and listen to a lot of podcasts, Vlad, the I Am Athlete Junt, The Pivot. I started listening to that Bussin' with the Boys Junt, the guy Taylor Llewellyn, Like I said, I mean, if it's a podcast outside of my little stupid, like I like anime, so like I listen to a lot of them or whatever. But I'm just watching and listening to a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so everything that you put out is not going to be popular. Everything ain't going to be popping. Everybody's not going to want to hear everything you got to say. But consistency is the key. If you played tennis, you know what I'm saying? You got a full scholarship and was still like ranked nationally. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas can think like, oh, like this nigga went into something that black people don't do and he owned that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who all did we open up for when we was on stages? So, like, niggas can poo-poo what we did, but, like, nigga, you still the manager at Walmart. Like, nigga, I got to shake hands with Pastor Troy in the clips and, you know what I'm saying, take pictures with 3LW, like, and all you get to do is say, hi, welcome to Walmart. Like, so shut the fuck up talking to me. You like, yeah, I didn't reach a Jay-Z level, but I reached a me level.
I be telling
you know what I'm saying?
Sometime about stuff we did or somebody come across the screen, like, and it'd be like, yeah, Pastor Troy the clips, and she'd be like, for real? And she know, like, it's not something I just, I'm just gonna start lying about,
Right.
We would say, it was like, man, we could come out with a documentary or something. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
We had footage and stuff like this.
So you can't stop doing what you're doing. Do what you love, because before anybody was viewing you, you was a sneakerhead. And when nobody is viewing you, you still gonna be rocking what you're doing. The conversations that we have now, we was having after church, at the IMC. You know what I'm saying? When she was fiance getting mad because we still sitting up there talking or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When y'all was newlyweds, she getting mad. She sitting in the car looking because we still sitting up there talking, or me, you, and Keenan, or me, you, and E. Yeah. We sitting up there chopping it up. We was doing that anyway. Mm-hmm. And then we be sitting up there chopping it up. Then all of a sudden, Big Rod come up. Oh, baby boy. Right. He jump in.
That's a whole another hour.
Right. Trail come up. Oh, what's up, y'all? Y'all like, and so now
Marco.
It's, you know what I'm saying? It's 6 or 7 of us, because me and him, or like maybe me and Keenan, or him and Keenan started off chopping it up, and we was doing it anyway. Yep. And what's crazy is, like, man, we would, over the years, like, man, every other year or maybe every 6 months, he hit me up or I hit him up, and we'd be talking, be like, man, you know what? Man, we should be on the radio or something. Yep. Like, man, that good conversation was just gold, and it's lost. You know what I'm saying? The government was listening to it, but that's about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it can't be about how many views you get, or how many likes you get, or how many shares you get. You got to do what you love. And look at the people in the NBA that we watch. They did it because they loved it. And they kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it until it hit. And then you're the best player I've ever seen. Man, he's the best sneakerhead, that ever. Man, you know what? JB gonna always come with them facts, and Roche gonna always say something off the wall. But like, them niggas be on. But but we got to keep doing it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, just from us to you, man, you got to keep doing it. Because when you post something, like, and I ain't even gonna lie, like, you be going in deep. I just be wanting to see what shoes you gonna post. Yeah. Like, and we watch it for different reasons. Like, I'm not that technical with it. I'm just like, oh, you know what? I got a shirt that'll go with it. Man, you know what? If I get them, I got to get me a hat that match. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just be watching to see.
Fire
that's how I know
emoji,
what's out.
Fire emoji. That's why I mean the fire giant. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff that you doing, man. Like, like I said, even for me, because I'm thankful because I'm learning, new stuff in this space, like as far as editing, that I've never even thought that I would even try to dive into. You know what I'm saying? To where I'm like, it's kind of cool to, kind of get involved with that. But then, it's more to the process. But, love what you're doing, bro. Love what you're doing, everything you're doing. Give a shout out to your wife, man. I just want to say salute to your wife too, man. You know what I'm saying? Mrs.
MoKicks.
Mrs. MoKicks, Mrs. Carter.
Teacher extraordinaire.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, she like like the teacher of the year. I see stuff she be posting and stuff sometimes. Like, she really into it.
She really feel like she making a difference, or, because a lot of them look up to her because she care a lot. And sometimes I ain't gonna say get on her about that, but she can care too much.
That's great though, bro. Like,
and they need.
That's great.
But if she be stressed about certain stuff sometimes, I be like, you gotta learn how to cut it off and remember about you. But she really does care and really want to see the kids, especially of our color.
Right.
Salute to all the teachers, because my sister is a teacher, and she's one of the ones that care, for her students and do all that stuff. But that's That's not the norm, unfortunately.
I cared when I was teaching.
You know what I'm saying?
I just knew how to cut it off.
Well, I didn't say you did.
Oh no, when I was gone, I was gone. And when I'm out, I'm out. But now, don't get me wrong. When I was there, you know what I'm saying? You got me. If you call me like, man, over the weekend, one of my old students hit me up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just want to say thank you. You know, you helped me. That was a rough time in my life, and I appreciate you being there. And I'm like, man, hey, I'm glad I was able to make a positive impact. Yeah, man. And I work, I work with your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, salute, to Miss Redmond. But, you like you said, it is hard to cut it off, and you can, like, tell her not to fall into a place, because for me, I knew I had to stop because I was only giving 65% at the end. Yeah. And what's crazy is my 65 was better than a lot of people 100, because I was good at it, and I really did care, but it was just like how you said, like the system's jacked up, and some of these kids, parents, and so people think that teachers don't care. It ain't that, but like if I can't do more than you, I got a kid too. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got bills too.
It seems like the system.
You see what I'm saying?
It's y'all.
Exactly.
Stuff she be telling me, I'm like, even this process of her being fully licensed to teach, it's like she had to jump through so many hoops just to get that one certificate. It was like, this is one of the most important jobs we need, and they underpaid.
Right, definitely.
Very much.
No teacher does it for the money. You're married to a teacher. Your mom was a teacher. Your sister's a teacher. Trust me, nigga. How many times when I was teaching was I doing security? I had 2 full-time jobs. I was teaching and security full-time. Because the pay ain't that great. Right. No teacher does it for the money. Yeah. We do it strictly because we love them kids, y'all's kids, that y'all send to school with no supplies. Right. Y'all, and no to your point, how they raise, and I don't have no problem with no kids having Jordans, but like kids, Jordans, you got $100 pair of shoes on, but you don't have a $20 uniform.
Right. Don't have a jet.
You know what I'm saying? You come to school with no coat on, but man, your shoes cost more than mine. Yep. But you don't have what you need to be effective in class, and that's the frustrating thing. And then when I say, you know what, you've been misbehaving, you can't participate in this. Now I'm in a meeting because, Miss Carter don't like me because she didn't let me watch her movie on her Netflix account, because she didn't let me eat none of her snacks because I had bad conduct all week. You know what I'm saying? Or Miss Brown is hating on me because she didn't let me go with the other kids who've been behaving all week. And that's the type of stuff we have to deal with that, makes it frustrating.
Well, salute to all the teachers, man. Y'all have a hard job, but definitely appreciate it. So we're going to go end off on this, man, but appreciate our boy MoKicksThanBruceLee to come through. I'm sure this is not going to be the last time.
Better not.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some other stuff to talk about. Maybe next time during football season, you know what I'm saying? He'll have to actually watch. He'll be invested in the team to where I could be like, Marcus, hey, bro, what you think about the Cowboys this last game?
Lie. That man crown was on the floor. Man, rest in peace to my guy Louis Anderson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he passed last week. Life with Louis, host of Family Feud. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I used to be where you guys were. Yeah. Now I'm watching Lettuce.
When he passed?
Last week.
Okay.
It's like Wednesday or Thursday. Next I'll be on Fries.
Go under the radar. Celebrities.
Right.
Some be like,
yeah.
People, person 98.
I remember the episode we're talking about Sidney Porter, and me and Vic the only ones that didn't know he passed. I thought he been died. Me too.
Vic probably.
I was the same way, bro.
You're like, for real?
I was the same way.
Look, Vic was like, again? I was like, what? No, what you mean again?
So he didn't even know Bookman from Good Times passed a couple weeks ago, did you?
Yeah. Wow. Look at him,
like, who's Bookman?
He know who Bookman is. Yeah, he died 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago, yeah. 2 weeks ago.
But no, I used to watch Life with Louis as a kid. Remember that cartoon, Life with Louis? I used to watch that time when he was on Family Feud. Like, he was big in the comedy world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all the comedians know who he was. So
hey, I gotta ask y'all one thing.
What's up?
So going back to the Isiah thing, do y'all think Shaq can pull off what he said he's trying to pull off? He said he's trying to get, him and Kobe.
I saw that. Okay.
And him and Magic. Yep. Magic and Isiah sat down face to face and talked. Shaq said he gonna get Jordan and Isiah.
Nah.
People are debating if it can actually happen.
Who do you think could make them sit down and have that conversation?
I would think Magic.
That's what I would say.
And Magic more cool with them than Shaq is. Mm. And Jordan's, that's my guy, but he's stubborn as hell. So he probably like, I'll never speak.
Now you know what? I would love to see Jordan on either the Knuckleheads podcast or the All the Smoke podcast.
That would be a good episode.
Yeah. Have y'all been watching the case?
You need to get Jordan on Drink Champs.
With Nori,
bro.
Hey, Nori
throwing back some.
Now, Nori's an alcoholic,
or whatever.
Nori is a straight up alcoholic.
Oh yeah, for sure. Both
like that's like. Did you see the joint he did with Crazy Bone?
No.
Like it was after the verses. Like he couldn't even halfway get through asking the questions, and I'm like, I was really concerned.
Yeah.
And you know me, like I get it in, but it's like. But not to the point, like, man, come on, that's their bar.
What's crazy though, that's their environment. That's what everybody expects from them. So it's like if they slur, like it don't matter. Like that's their podcast. Like that's what you expect from them to be drunk and not really know exactly what they're saying. It's kind of cool to get paid off being drunk, man. Because you ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like he just, hey bro, what you think? Like he just, you know, you could tell he off the track.
Interesting though, because you know he said a couple of comments, controversial comments about Jordan. Like he said something about he know like Jordan, I guess Jay-Z, which is ironic what he talking about, but Jay-Z brought Jordan to some type of Def Jam party or something, and it was said that he supposed to say he don't like rap or something. And
I heard
saying like you know he's an asshole or whatever like that, but but you look at he kick it with Travis Scott or Drake was signed to the Jordan brand, so it's like, do he really hate hip hop or was it like that night something happened and he said something, you know, that he ran with or whatever. But that would be a good episode.
That would be interesting.
Oh, before I forget, you know they finally did pass the Emmett Till anti-lynching bill.
Just now.
For real?
Last week. Like I had it written there. You know, I told you I had my topics written there.
3 folks that voted against.
Yeah, it was like whatever it was to 3, but like it was basically a unanimous vote that they passed. Wow. They finally passed the Emmett Till anti-lynching bill. So now that is a federal hate crime. So if you get caught lynching somebody, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. So, you know, finally.
Yeah, about time. Like I didn't even know that. Yeah, we had to dig into that a little bit later with that. But yeah, y'all, until next time, continue with that executive mindset.
And most definitely keep it presidential.
Salute.
Bow. Super